To solve this question, let's first start by getting one of our variables completely isolated on one side of the equal sign so that it is written in terms of our other variable. That will help us look through our answer choices and determine which one is true. Starting by getting rid of our denominators, we will need to multiply both of these fractions by a multiple that can be divisible by both 3 and 4. In this case, that's going to be 12. When we do this, we'll have 12g over 3 is equal to 12h over 4. And now we just need to simplify both fractions. We can divide the numerator and denominator by the greatest common factor of 4, and then divide the numerator and denominator by the greatest common factor of 3 for our other fraction. 4 divided by 4 and 3 divided by 3 will just give us 1. So we'll have 1 for both denominators over here. And our numerators, 12 divided by 3 will give us 4, and 12 divided by 4 will give us 3. So now we have 4g is equal to 3h. And the only thing left to do from here is to isolate one of our variables. I'm going to choose to isolate g. 4 is being multiplied to g, so the opposite operation is dividing both sides by 4. These 4's will cancel, leaving us with g is equal to 3 over 4h. Now that we have one of our variables written in terms of the other variable, I'm going to make some room and I'll be right back. Let's start with answer choice A. The difference between the values of h and g is constant. Well, the difference between h and g would be h minus g. So let's do h minus g, which we know is equal to 3/4 h. If it exists in math, there's always one of them. So this is 1 whole minus 3/4, which would give us 1/4 h. This is not a constant because there is a variable. So that means answer choice A is incorrect. For answer choice B, the difference between the values of h and g diminishes for greater positive values of h. Again, the difference, h minus g, is equal to 1/4 h. Would this value decrease in value if we put greater positive values in for h? And the answer to that is no. Yes, the growth would be rather slow because we are growing by just 1/4 each time. However, the value is staying positive and gradually getting bigger. So the answer choice B is incorrect. They are increasing for greater positive values of h. Answer choice C says for positive values, the difference between g and 0 is less than the difference between h and 0. Let's see if that's true. G minus 0 needs to be less than h minus 0. Well, h minus 0 is just going to give us h, and g minus 0 will just give us g, and g we know is equal to 3/4 h. So is 3/4 h less than, is 3/4 h less than h? And that is true, right? If it exists in math, there's always one of them. The value of this coefficient, 3/4, is less than the value of this coefficient, 1. So answer choice C is a true statement, making that our correct answer. Answer choice D is incorrect because it states the opposite, that the difference between g and 0 is greater, and it is not.